Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is my new one. It's Draft Day Sports Pro Golf. I'm still in week 34 of competition. It's a bonus episode for this week, as it's a new series that I just launched a week ago. Overall, this is episode number 5 of the series. And finally, it's the second episode straight without a reset. The reset last time, I think, might just work. Maybe. Money's starting to get a little bit tight. I'm down to 17,000. So funds aren't going to last forever. Theoretically, I could trade my XP stars in for about 7,000. But right now, I'm not good enough to make a cut. I missed the last cut by 5 strokes overall. I was a +1 for that round. I've moved forward in the timeline to March, so it's been about a month and a half. I did skip a few tournaments to train. Training did not go as planned, as I only earned 5 more stars, but I've got to put them to use. Otherwise, I will not make a cut. So we're going to go all 4 coppers into recovery, which will nearly be maxed out. And then soon after that, after just 1 more star, any copper stars will go into will be sold to recover some funds. So with that, recovery is now at 29. So just 1 short of max in the copper category. And then everything will be 30 or above, which means I won't need copper anymore at all. So we have 1 bronze star to use, and consistency, mental, power. I'm doing okay on power, so I'm not worried about that for quite a while. My irons were certainly a thing, especially those par 3s. I had to have dropped about 4 strokes just on irons alone. So, I think I might put it into an iron. Let's go with long irons, I guess. Alright. Improved slightly. Is that worth a couple strokes? I think that's more of a luck factor. We're going to be at a different championship this time, the Leone Championship at Farmingdale Municipal. And we are going to play this tournament. So we are partnered with Stephen Roberts and Camilla Cordova. No wind and sunny. Good conditions. We're going to be orange in this round. And there's the orange one in the trees. Terrible start to the round. We have to play back out to the fairway. That's already dropping a stroke. And a bad 3rd shot as well. We are off to a terrible start on this course. +1 after 1. But as bad as that hole went, lucky that was only a bogey. Nice second shot after we missed the fairway. Pretty small fairway there. Chance for a birdie here, 15-footer. Can't sink it, just misses. It'll be par. Good first shot. Definite chance at a birdie here. Maybe 14, 15 feet. 15 footer. And we are able to sink it. We got a birdie on a par 3. That might be the first birdie I've had on a par 3. No, not the first. I think second birdie that I've had on a par 3. Par 3s have been weak for me. Par 5s I've tended to do a bit better. This is a par 5 and we've missed the fairway twice. 3 times. So we're hanging out in the rough all day. Finally a good fourth shot. Not the easiest par putt though. 12 feet out. It's able to sink it though, so we're at even for the round. Now Camilla is a +2 in the round. Is this going to be a more difficult? Where are we shooting? That was not a good first shot at all. And this is going to be a difficult second shot in the rough. At least we're not in that sand. Good third shot. Should be a par here. 6 to 9 feet out. 6. Missed it. Are you kidding me? Dropped a stroke for nothing. Simple putt. Finally a good tee shot. And followed it up with that miss. Better. But that's going to be a 9 or 12 footer. 15? Are we 15 out? We are. Able to sink it though. We're struggling a bit here early on in this round though. A lot of bad shots. Wedge has helped us out a lot here early on. That was finally our second good tee shot. And then we followed that up with just an absolute nightmare of a shot. I mean, it could have been worse, but it's the kind of shot I would hit out on the golf course. Over the cart path. And still only onto the edge. So this par 5 is not looking good. That's our 5th shot already? Really? 3. I only counted 4. I only counted 4. We're missing a lot of shots in this round. I don't know if it's the course is difficult. But we're not hitting the fairways. We're missing short putts. We're already a +3 for the round. Okay, we're starting to... Tee shots are starting to look a little bit better. Our second shots have... We haven't had one good second shot yet. I mean, at the rate we're going, I feel fortunate to have a par on that hole. +3 through 9. Okay, again, we're starting to get more consistent on the tee shots. But I still have not been able to put a second shot on target in this round. .22 yards. Long, we're 21 feet out. They made their putt. We couldn't follow it up with our own make though. Another bogey. +4. I think we might be out of contention already for this tournament. Yeah, maybe not. Here it even. Oh, there's a lot of people that haven't even started playing yet though. +1 might be in contention. +4 is not going to be, though. We are near the bottom of the standings. Far from the worst, at least, though. But we are going to have to get a couple strokes back. Looks like we aren't going to need to be... This is playing as a pretty tough course. Again, though, still, I didn't see the last hole. But excluding what might have happened on the last hole where we did manage a par, we still haven't managed a good second shot this whole round. We just missed a, what, 6-footer, 3-footer? To drop another stroke. What is going on here? Ooh, that wasn't us. That was us. Way off target. And now into the sand. Boy, this is... I get that it's a tougher course than the Florida Bay, but 15-foot putt, 18-foot maybe. So we got that in. Was that a birdie? No, it's just par. That's a good tee shot. We're putting here. Can't mess this one up, can we? 30 feet, safe shot, tap in for the par. Tiny victory. Good first shot. Again, we've finally gotten consistent off the tee. But we have been destroying this round with these second shots. That was an excellent shot. Stevens was even better. And we got that one in. For par. So we remain at 5 over. Missed the fairway that time. So chances of finally getting a good second shot. Yeah. Missed the green again. Not our worst shot though. About 9 feet out. 6. Get in there. Just par. On to the 17th. Ooh, that was a great shot. Yeah, we're okay on that one. 21 feet. And we made it. So, par 3. Nemesis on the last course. Friend on this course. We get a stroke back. We go to +4. And we hit the bunker. Good third shot. It's a difficult lie. It was pretty deep rough. Can't make the putt though, so it is going to be a bogey. So we're going to finish at +5. So +5, huh? Oh, a lot still haven't played. But there are only, what, maybe 40 that are at par or better. And not that many left that haven't played. So the cut could be +1 to 2 range, but that means we're still 2 to 3 strokes over the cut line at this point. I'm going to go ahead and sim the round. Let's see how we do. 76. Similar score. That's not going to make that cut. It did not. Ooh, just squeezing in. +3 was actually good enough for the cut. So +3 made the cut, and we were about a +8 or a +7. Par is 71. I had what, a 75 in that round, so I had 2 +4s, so +8 overall. So we missed it by 5 strokes. We're not horribly out of contention. So we're not way out of it. That was a tough course, and we did not play it particularly well. No event this week. We do need some more training though, and I do need some extra rest actually. I upped the training from 1,000 to 2,000 knowing that copper stars aren't going to help me much anymore. I need to start grabbing some bronze stars more frequently, so I tried to up the value, but at 12,000, under 10,000 now. Okay, this is Florida Bay. We're going to go ahead and do this tournament. Again, this was where we had our first tournament. I think, yes, there's one. That'll get us that last recovery point. There we go. And I'm going to sim the round. We only missed by a few strokes. We'll see where we are after the first round. A 74. Is that a +2? Well, that's not good because we were par before. Oh no, 72 is even. Okay, 72 is even, and 86th place right now. The cut is barely a -2, but that could shift to a -1, which means we're only about 1 stroke down right now. No? Why don't I see us in there? Are we 1 stroke out? Why? I don't know why I didn't see us. Assume the day. 74. That's why. 74 is a +2. Yeah, 74 is a plus. No. Yeah, 74 is a +2. So we were actually +4 overall. Had we gotten a 72 each round, we would have been par. We still would have missed by 3 strokes. So we actually missed by 7 strokes this time. Okay, these need to be practice rounds from now on, as we are low on cash. We're only going to get a few more tournaments in at this rate before we have to try again. earned. Yes, there should be a bronze. No, why? Where did that bronze star come from? If I have earned nothing, we are gonna skip this tournament. At this point, we might only get one more tournament in, and then unless we get a decent XP star that we can trade in or something. Still nothing. We didn't pick up anything. And there's no event this week. And the funding's just about gone. It is gone, essentially. So we're going to send that to practice rounds. And we're going to have to just try to make a tournament. I think this is going to get us 2 to 3 chances. At making a cut. And then I don't know what our share of the winnings is if we're at the bottom. Oxford Classic. Farmingdale. Not a good course for us. Not a good course at all. So in that case, let's not try this one. Send to the next event. It's not a good purse either. No training means we're not going to really improve. The practice rounds are not going to be enough. If you saw one of the earlier episodes, you'd see that I simmed an entire year of practice rounds and gained a single attribute point total. Alright, the Pines. Try this one. That is going to cost us 1,000 to enter, which means we've only got one more tournament after this one before we crash out again. Sim the first round, and we'll watch the second, regardless of the score. 76 on the first round, and that's not going to be a good score, because that's definitely over par. It's sunny. We're under AI control. We're playing with Shannon Palmer and Andrew Avison. And we are in blue for the day. And we are in the bunker to start. Second shot is an excellent one. We are on the green. Not super close, but could be makeable. Definitely should be a par. Yeah, just missed, so that'll be an easy par. But early leaderboard. Oh, this is round 2. Round 2 here. Only a small number of golfers below par. So actually, cut somewhere around +2, +3 right now. And where are we? +6. Didn't see that hole, but we remain at +6. So that first round was a +6 with the cut somewhere around a +3. Oh my goodness, that was a disaster of a second shot. And we didn't get much closer on the third shot. Still not good on the fourth shot. This might be a double bogey. Oh, good putt to at least keep it at 1 stroke over. But if the cut was a +3 through the first round, could it go to +6 in the second round? Possibly, which means we're going to have to be even par on the day if we're going to make the cut. Great second shot. birdie here would get us back to par for the day. And that's going to be about the only way we're going to get this done. That's not going in. Poor shot. But we do salvage par. Head into this long par 5. Wide fairways. We can't even keep it on the fairway in the second shot. Take a good third shot from a difficult lie. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. They made their birdie shot from quite a distance. Oh, and we missed by a good bit. Par for the hole. Still +1 on the day. Terrible first shot in the trees. Good enough that we should be able to salvage par on the second shot. Or not. Leaderboard. Yeah, there's still only a handful on the course. So right now, temporarily, cut's a +2. We're a +8. We're just about out of reach on this one. We're only going to have enough funds for one more shot. Par there. +2 on the round so far. It's a good first shot. Not a good second shot. That was for par. Wasn't the easiest putt, but it was most definitely makeable. And it was a miss, so we go to +3. This will be the last hole. If we drop another shot here, and we're in the bunker, I might sim the rest of this round knowing that we are definitely out of contention. That was a great shot. We should definitely be up and down on this one. Okay, that's it. We are out of it. That's a par 5. Unless we have a beautiful shot here. No, we had to play the safe ones. We just dropped a stroke there. We're going to be fourth shot. Small chance, or decent chance anyway, of saving the hole. 15-footer. And we made it. Stay at +9. But I'll go ahead and send the rest of the round as we are not going to make the cut here. So we get par there, bogey, par. So we drop back another stroke. We're at +10 now after 15. +11. +12. So back-to-back +6s. We're consistent. Cut missed, as expected. Enough funds for just one more tournament. If we don't make that cut, his career's gonna be, this golfer's gonna be off the tour, and we'll have to try again. Wolverine Golf Club, small purse, but with no funds left, we gotta go for it. Same thing. Let's sim the first one. We'll watch the next one. 74, somewhere in the +2 range, which means probably somewhere out of contention range. Look how close we are. Oh, 74 is a +3. Dang it. We are one stroke away from the cut right now. One stroke away. Last chance. Light rain. Playing with Anna Gonzalez and Jason Harris. And first shot is in the deep rough. Second shot misses the other way. Third shot, almost longer. We're almost further away than we were before. Better fourth shot. 9-footer. Got it. Saved par. +3. Both of our playing partners are quite a bit better than us. They're both well inside the cut. That was an excellent second shot. Come on. 18-footer. Come on. We're going to need to pick up a stroke or two somewhere. If we can be even for the day, +3, that might make the cut. But missing the fairway that badly is not going to help us. I finished that round off with a +3 for a +6 overall. Missed the cut by a few strokes, which was better. It was good. It was close, but not close enough, and we ran out of money. So, we're on hard difficulty again. Another new playthrough. But one of these days, we'll make it. That felt good. It was close. And I'm not giving up. I'm not going to just jump to normal and fly right through and have an easy, successful career. I want to stick with hard. As close as that was, I get the feeling that it can be done. So, same basic setup, 18 years, and instead of going with the $1,000 training budget, I've gone with a $2,000 training budget, which has resulted in a somewhat better overlay of experienced stars coming into the first tournament. Which actually reminds me, I never did go through and randomize courses. Ooh, Farmingdale first. It's a tough course. Okay. So with that, I have some XP stars to spend, but I'm also a lot lower on cash at this point, meaning I'm not going to be able to go terribly deep and improve a whole lot. I went for a bit less on power. Woods, wedges, and putting still leading the way, but my irons, much better than before. Recovery, not massively better, but certainly better than before. And where I lowered it a bit was mental. Consistency, I think, is about the same. And just taking a few points away from wedges and putting, which were so expensive to get those few extra points. Just taking those handful of points away there is what really, really boosted irons quite a bit, and recovery quite a bit. And I still have some stars to spend. Now, first thing is I do want to try to survive. So what I'm going to do is that silver star, that's 8,000. 8,000 in cash. Trade that in. That's going to buy me some time. That's going to buy me a few weeks. Couple weeks. Additional training, survival, if we're not able to make a cut here early on. Then I'm going to use the others to upgrade. So I'm not going to get into silver or better for a while until I kind of have everything closing in on that. At least that's the plan. That's what I want to try to do. So I have 8 bronze stars, and the only place for that to go is power and mental. I'm going to get a few on power and the rest on mental, so they're going to both be at 25. Okay, and then the rest go to mental. Okay, and a little better looking this time in that I have 5 bronze to use. Woods is maxed out. Wedges and putting are maxed out. Mechanics is 5 away, so I certainly could put it in mechanics. Recovery, or somewhere into my irons. I would like consistency, yes. But I'm going to go with the long irons. So I'm going to have long irons in really good shape. The only one hurting then is short irons. That should help with the par 3s a lot. Some of the par 4s. Yeah, let's do that. And then that puts me in a situation where I don't need the recovery quite as often. And with a better recovery score anyway, I should survive a lot more of those holes, theoretically. But again, I'm feeling a lot more confident that one of these times I will find a balance that will allow us to make a cut or two and earn enough money to continue training, which will earn enough XP stars to start consistently making cuts. And then, survival. Once I've got survival figured out, I can have a long playthrough and grow and start earning more and more money, get better and better, get those silver stars over time, and so on and so forth, and be a success. Trial and error for now. Alright, so now we're looking good on woods, long irons, wedges, and putting, plus mechanics. While short irons and recovery, yeah, not so bad. Now we're really only weak on power, which isn't that big of a deal. You overcome that with good shots. Power can help get you an occasional birdie. But if you're hitting consistently, if you're hitting fairways over and over again, power's not that big of a deal. You don't need a lot of power. If you want to be a pro, sure. But at this level, at the amateur level, not such a big deal. It's the mental inconsistency that are definitely going to need to do some catching up. With those low, yeah, I can have a bad round here and there. But consistency doesn't stop you from having a good round occasionally. And that's what I need to make a cut or two. And I have no idea how much money I'm going to get from those. Is it 5,000? Is it 20,000? Yeah, we'll see. If the purse is 600,000, and what, 70? Well, 70 sharing, say, 5,000. That's half the purse right there, plus the top few kind of splitting up the rest of it. So I would imagine it's probably only about 5,000 or 6,000. Which kind of only gets you to that next week or next 2 weeks. But if we can just squeeze in on the cut, that's what it's gonna take. Alright, let's see the first round. Anyway, we only have a couple minutes left in this episode. I've got Nevea, Lawrence, and Ramirez Vasconcelos with us. Vasconcelos. And we're going to be red this time. And we were the one who was way off and still well off on our second shot, so we're already having a horrible first hole, and from there, just on the rough, we took an additional shot playing out, so that was 3 shots in 1, basically, a double penalty right off the bat, and that means we're looking at a double bogey on the first hole already, in serious trouble. At least that wasn't us in the tree this time. Decent second shot. 33 feet to the pin. Safe hit. This will be a par at least. What I've determined is if I do have to do another reset, I will absolutely, without a doubt, I will absolutely have nothing above 55, no silvers at all, and get strong in a number of areas, but otherwise be the most balanced golfer that I can be, spreading that money around, trying to get up there as best I can. Okay, we're looking now. Missed the green. This is shot number 4 already. That'll be a tap in for the par, but we're still sitting on +2 through 4 holes. Ouch, that's us in the bunker. And not much better on that shot. In the rough. Going left to right, to left, to missing the target a lot. Not gonna have the easiest par shot here. 12-footer. It did go in though. No? That was par. So we did it in 5. It said par 5. So there's another hole where the number of shots doesn't add up to what the card says. There's quite a few of those mistakes in this game. It's version 1.0. Game just came out in the past week. Oh, much better second shot there. Good position to have a birdie chance if we can get this one on the green. No! Terrible shot. That's a good shot. Only par, though. Alright, well, at 4 over, we're already looking out of contention, even though it's only hole number 8. Let's see. The mark right now. We are at the end of this round here. As most everybody's played. We're just about the last pairing on the course. Yeah, there's only a few pairings on the course that are behind us. So one of the last to go for the day. Currently 105th. Top 70 is up around a +2. And we just went to +5. We just lost another stroke on that hole. That was a nice shot. Very close. For par. There's a good tee shot. Oof. Just missed the sand. It's on the light rough. Good chip. Oh, 9 feet. 9 feet for the par. We did make it. But through 10, we are a +5, which is just not going to get the job done. Let's watch this one last hole, and then we will sim the rest. That's a good second shot. On the edge. Difficult birdie chance. Oh, and we chipped it instead of putting. So apparently it was on the fringe. We did make the par. But again, missed opportunity. Good first shot. Okay, second shot. Right, looking at no better than par here. Pretty poor chip from that range. And a miss. That's another bogey. Okay, we're going to go back to that scorecard and sim the rest of the round, as we are very much out of contention here. Uh-oh. What did I do? There we go. Something's glitching out. Ramirez Vasconcelos is having a glitch. Okay, well, I am out of time for this episode. I will be continuing on once I can and figure out what's going on here. Looks like I might have to exit out, which means the round won't count. But overall, I'm getting closer. So we will continue on trying with a hard playthrough. but I am going to have to make a cut here and there at some point. Otherwise, I'll just keep running out of money after 3 or 4 tournaments, and then have to start over until I can finally consistently make a couple of cuts. Some of that's going to come down to a little bit of luck on the training side. It looks like if I were to start on normal, we would have enough skill to make most cuts from the get-go. On hard, it's not. You're not there. But you've got a little bit of money for training that, with a little luck, you can translate that into enough skill to make some cuts. So I will continue on next week. We'll keep trying hard for now, and I think at some point we'll get that just enough over the hump to start making it and make a few cuts, get some decent training results to get enough skill. Otherwise, eventually we'll have to try normal, and then I think that'll be pretty easy from there to go sim only, management only, and avoid the sim. Well, anyway, that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.